here, right now. Okay, so the core concept here is something called cellular memories. Just imagine for a second that the experiences, the traumas, even the emotional habits of your ancestors are literally stored inside your DNA. This entire journey is about finding and, transforming those inherited memories to get your DNA back to its best possible state. So how does this even work? Well, the protocol uses this really powerful metaphor to explain it. New wineskins for new wine. And the idea is actually super simple but deep. You just can't pour something new and amazing, like a new reality, into a container that's old, worn out, and damaged. It won't hold. You've got to fix up the container first. And here's how that old saying connects to our biology. In this context, our DNA and our chromosomes, those are the wineskins. If they're carrying around all these burdens from our ancestors, they're the old wineskins. So the goal, it's to restore them, to create new wineskins that are strong and healthy, ready to hold the new wine, which is basically a healthier, more vibrant life. Now, this whole idea is also anchored in a spiritual context. Using this specific quote, it helps frame our DNA as more than just a biological code. It's seen as the carrier of our original divine blueprint. The potential for our whole lives, written down before we even got started. So this work is really all about getting back to that original, perfect script. Okay, so how is this restoration actually done? It's not just some random thing. It's a very structured, step-by-step journey that takes you through your entire genome. Let's break down how it's all organized. So the whole protocol is broken down into 3 main stages, which gives us a really clear roadmap. First, it starts with our maternal line through the mitochondrial DNA. Then it moves on to the main bulk of our genetic library, the autosomes. And finally, it wraps up by aligning our unique identity using our sex chromosomes. The journey kicks off right here with our mitochondrial DNA. And this part of our genetic code is super special. Why? Because it's passed down only from mother to child. That means it creates this direct, unbroken line, both energetically and biologically, connecting us to all of our female ancestors. And this is exactly why it's the starting point. I mean, it's not just the powerhouse or the energy factory for our cells, it also plays a huge role in how we handle stress. And it's seen as this living library of our feminine past. So when you restore this foundation first, you're building the stability you need for all the other healing that's going to come next. All right, next up, the focus shifts to the 22 pairs of autosomes. And I really love this analogy they use. Think of them like the bookshelves that hold all the books, or in this case, the genes that make you who you are. And here's the key. The actual structure of the shelf is every bit as important as the books it's holding. And here's exactly why that structure is so critical. If the chromosome itself, the shelf, is weak, maybe its telomeres are short or it's not folded right, well then it can't protect the genes properly when your cells make copies of themselves. And that can lead to mistakes, to mutations. So the goal here is to energetically strengthen that entire structure. And the whole journey wraps up with the sex chromosomes, the X and Y. This final step is all about bringing together and aligning our core genetic identity. This is a big deal because these chromosomes carry a unique energetic legacy from both our mother's and our father's side. Now, obviously, the genetic inheritance is different for men and women, but the significance is absolutely equal. The idea is that these chromosomes can also carry cellular memories from past generations. So this step is designed to restore them to their best possible state, really strengthening that connection between your DNA and your unique personal essence. Okay, I know this all might sound a little bit out there, a little abstract. So the big question is, how does this healing actually happen? Well, the process uses a mix of very real, grounded techniques to make this whole cellular journey happen. Yeah, this is a truly holistic approach. It's not just one single thing. It's a combination of meditations, breathing exercises, body movements, sound, even symbolic rituals. The whole point is to get your body, mind, and spirit all involved in the healing process. And here's the really crucial part. This is not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. This protocol is guided by Daniela Escobar. And, according to the source material, she uses her own extrasensory gifts to actually perceive the energetic state of each chromosome. This allows her to pick the exact techniques that an individual needs in that specific moment. That's what makes this whole experience so deeply personal. So you go through this whole journey, then what? What's the end result? What are the real, tangible benefits of restoring your DNA like this? Let's take a look at the kind of transformation people can apparently expect. So the first big benefit, the foundation for everything else, is physical. We're talking about cellular restoration. By getting the form and function of your DNA back in shape, you're basically strengthening the blueprint of your health from the ground up. And that can show up as real results, like feeling more vitality or just having more energy, because your cells are simply working better. Next up is emotional freedom. You know those inherited patterns and cellular memories we were talking about? By dissolving them, you can finally let go of emotions, habits, and tensions that were never really yours to begin with. And that can lead to this amazing sense of mental clarity, just an inner lightness. And finally, this is about long-term protection. This is really an investment in your own future. See, when you restore the integrity of your DNA, you're not just fixing the past, you're actually protecting yourself for the future. The whole process is meant to help slow down cellular aging and build a stronger, more resilient system that's just better prepared for whatever life throws at you. Now, getting these kinds of benefits, it definitely takes some commitment. Just to give you a practical idea, a full personalized journey usually takes somewhere between 16 and 24 one-on-one sessions. And that really tells you this is a deep, transformative process. It's not some quick fix. I love this final analogy because I think it perfectly sums up the whole point of this work. This isn't about waiting around for a storm to hit. No, it's about reinforcing your house before the storm. It's about preparing your body, your whole system, for a vibrant future. And that really brings us to the final, powerful question that gets right to the heart of all this. This journey isn't just about fixing something that's broken. It's about unlocking the potential that was there all along. It just leaves you wondering, what if you could actually live out your original divine design? What would be possible then?